Okay. Hello. Mo basa usa ta og Bible ha. Ganahan lang karon. Mapay paggawas na ako gikan sa trabahoan. Murag unsa ningan. Di pa ko kaulion nga ri lang usa ko sa istambay sa kakahuyan para bugnaw-bugnaw. Kay ting init naman. Sige. Ang kuani-ani ang title is Jesus Fades. John 6:16-21. Jesus feeds 5,000. Sometime after this, Jesus crossed to the far shore of the Sea of Galilee, that is the Sea of Tiberias, and a great crowd of people followed him because they saw the miraculous sign he had performed on the sick. Then Jesus went up a mountainside and sat down with his disciples. The Jewish Passover feast was near. When Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming towards him, he said to Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" He asked this only to test him, for he already had in mind what he was going to do. Philip answered him, 8 months' wages would not buy enough bread for each one to have a bite. Another of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter, brother, spoke up. "Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish, but how far will they go among so many?" Jesus said, "Make the people sit down." There was plenty of grass in that place, and the men sat down, about 5,000 of them. Jesus then took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed to those who were seated as much as they wanted. He did the same with the fish. When they had all had enough to eat, he said to his disciples, "Gather the pieces that are left over, let nothing be waste." So they gathered them and filled 12 baskets with the pieces of the 5 barley loaves left over by those who had eaten. After the people saw the miraculous sign that Jesus did, they began to say, "Surely this is the prophet who is to come into the world." Jesus, knowing that they intended to come and make him king by force, withdrew again to a mountain by himself. Jesus walked on the water. When evening comes, his disciples went down to the lake, where they got into a boat and set off across the lake for Capernaum. By now it was dark, and Jesus and yet joined them. A strong wind was blowing, and the waters grew rough. When they had rowed 3.5 miles, they saw Jesus approaching the boat, walking on the water, and they were terrified. But he said to them, "It is don't be afraid." Then they were willing to take him into the boat, and immediately the boat reached the shore where they were heading. Thank you. That's all for now. And after that, I want to sing a song, but I can't remember now for a long time. So write it down for I can remember. So I'm going to sing without music. I am the music. Okay. Daigon ta ang Ginoo, uban sa mga bagong awit. Ang kalipay ta isinggit, ang Ginoo labing